Hi, this is Gregory here, Gregory Giannakavo. On this short video, and I'll try to keep it short. By the way, I'm still wearing this blue shirt you might have seen in some other videos. My wife says it brings out the blue in my eyes, so I'm going to go with that for right now. Anyways, today I want to mention something I call buffer insurance, or buffer insurance premium. That's what I refer to it as. And that is, you need a buffer, basically a cash buffer in your business. You need a cash buffer in your business. And that means that you don't want to be running tight all the time. A lot of times in business we take chances. We really buy that extra inventory or do that extra advertising. We do things that we believe is going to really make a great investment in our company and really push us ahead. The problem is when you run out of cash, then you can't capitalize on any of that. So you need a buffer. We all know that. We don't always stick to it, but we all know that. I mean, they say that in a family you should have 6 months of cash saved. The reality is, according to a survey in the United States, people have less than 1 month. Many people have less than 1 month of cash saved could cover their expenses. So in your business, you need to build a buffer. Now, this becomes important when you try to expand. You may have a very good operating process, and you have a few weeks cash, and that's going along fine. And then you decide to expand into a new advertising campaign, or buy another company, or buy more inventory. And that takes up your cash. And so what I call buffer insurance is the tax. You have to tax yourself to put money aside. And it should be a certain percentage. It should always cover you for more than 2 weeks. That's just realistic, especially if you don't know your cash flow on a steady basis. Now what happens is, supposing that you're pretty comfortable when you have 1 month of cash built up. That's possible. You have a lot of expenses, but you have cash built up to cover that, so you're not stressed all the time. But then you go out to buy another business or expand your product base, and all of a sudden you're now not just doing $25,000 a month, you're doing $60,000 a month. Well, all of a sudden what you may forget, unless you put some thought into this, is you may forget, I need to increase my buffer insurance. I have to tax myself. I have a higher premium, where now I have to put more cash aside. So you got to build that into your budget, that more cash is set aside for the more things that you do. I mean, when you go on a vacation, typically people save up so they have more cash for that. You buy a new company. I was talking to somebody recently, and they're planning to buy this company, and it's going to be millions of dollars extra revenue a year. But that also means there's going to be millions of dollars of extra inventory, and millions of dollars of extra costs, and millions of dollars of money flowing around, and so on. Maybe you heard my dog in the background stretching. So what's going to happen is they're going to have to tax themselves and put a little bit of that cash flow aside so that their new monthly expenditure is also covered. And the cost of buying new inventory is like a snake, swallowing a rat. All of a sudden it's smooth, and all of a sudden there's this big lump, and you got to plan for that too. So I would just encourage you to please take a look at your cash flow as you start to expand and get excited about expanding. Make sure you have some more buffer in there, some buffer insurance of cash. And remember, you have to tax yourself on that, like paying a premium of all your revenue coming in. You got to set some aside. That's just my thought for the day. Just a couple pointers I can tell you from experience. It's really important to do. We ran into that, and I had to borrow suddenly on our telecom company. I had to quickly make a loan of $20,000 because we got so much extra business in that they weren't going to pay us for a few weeks, and I had to pay my bills at the end of the next 10 days. So there was like a 8-day lag in there, and when you're in telecom, you have to pay on time. And so as our company grew, I actually needed more cash, not less cash. Just a thought from the past, some experience. I hope it'll help you. Thanks very much. This is Gregory. Don't forget to follow me, and if you feel like it, let's say you're the kind of person that likes to help somebody out, please share. Thanks very much.